Welcome again to an amazing episode again in this Super Monday, because we know that today is a really, really important Monday. Why today is a really, really important Monday?
Because it's a different kind of Monday.
Oh, like the title.
Yes.
And do you feel the same different
Yeah,
Monday?
actually, since the end of October, this is the first good Monday I had.
Yes, no, it's a super good Monday.
Yeah.
Actually, we got I read something about the planet that start to put the planet in a special position, okay? With a super special position to change from the era of the Capricorn to the era of the Aquarius.
Aquarius, yes.
And so it's kind that everything start to change and evolve like in I don't know, how are you feeling in this morning? How do you feel?
I slept very well, like also since
Oh.
2 months. Yeah, and my sign is Aquarius and also the ascendant, so should be good for me.
Okay. And for you, how was your
My Monday?
yes?
My Monday was nice. I walked a lot. I knew different parts of this beautiful city, and
Okay. So this was the preview, okay? And so, but we want to know better about our guest of today. So please say yes. What's your great name and where are you coming from?
my name is Sofia. I like people to tell me Sophie, and I'm from Argentina, Buenos Aires.
Okay, Sophie and
My name is Chris and I'm from Germany.
okay. Which part of Germany?
I live in Hamburg, which is in the north. So it's not so much, it's a little bit like Stockholm actually.
Okay, it's
but
not
not as beautiful. Even
Oh,
Oh.
because
even if people who live in Hamburg, they think it's very beautiful.
no, seriously, no. Okay, we have absolutely to talk in a good way about Stockholm for sure.
No,
okay?
I mean Stockholm is much more beautiful than Hamburg, so that's what I said.
So you're welcome. Okay, you're welcome. And for example, why you decided actually to be here? Okay, because we want to know which was the idea, no, that you take it before to take your long trip until Stockholm, no, or even not really long.
Yeah, by plane it's 1.5 hours.
Okay,
So-
it's like an Iceland where to go to the vacation. Okay,
You're on holidays?
Yeah, I have some holidays, yeah.
a
Okay.
kind of holiday.
Kind of holiday.
Yeah, it is because I'm a school teacher and now
Oh.
there is no
What
school.
do you teach?
What I teach German and history.
But the history of in general or history of German?
No, it's in the end it's the history of Germany. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, you could do
No.
everything,
the
but
thing
you
that
don't have time for that.
No, I forgot it that usually in the school or in the high school when you study story, you study the story of
Of your country.
Yeah, that's the usual thing.
But
Yeah.
you know, when you try to thinking about the different state, we talk about with different people, you start to totally forget it, which is the story that you have to know.
Mhm.
So maybe this is the thing about the story that you didn't know never. Anyway,
Anyway,
why you choose to come in here in Sweden?
because I applied to a resident visa for staying for a year, because I was bored in Buenos Aires.
Okay. Now, sorry, because we have to only 1 second, okay? Because this is our look, no? Maybe someone have saw look before. No, look, you are in the camera, so please express your Monday. Express your Monday. You don't have the microphone, but you can express your Monday. Yes. How was your Monday? Oh,
Awesome.
because we have to know that Yuki is in Aquarius too, so
Oh,
you
is
know.
You're all from Aquarius.
Yeah, I'm in Aquarius. Which sign are you?
I'm Virgo.
Virgo. Oh,
Yes.
welcome.
Okay.
Okay. And you
I'm
which
different.
Also Aquarius.
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 Oh! There is
Oh
a
my
lot of
God.
Aquarius. Okay. So you are Virgo. So probably you are a little bit more.
Oh. No, but
something like this.
my moon is I think Leo,
Leo. Okay.
and my
Ascendant
ascendant
is,
is Scorpio.
Ooh,
So I'm
la, la.
complicated.
Yes, of course, but I think that it's better that no one say to you that you are complicated.
only
no
me,
one has
I
to say
can
to you
always
that you
say
are
it.
complicated. Do you know your? Because I wouldn't start to talk about the sign of the zodiac. I'm so sorry, but I really,
But no, it's good.
thank you.
You
Do that.
Of
do
course,
it.
you're in Aquarius.
I'm also,
of course.
but imagine my ascendant is also Aquarius.
Okay, wait.
So
Okay, and
I'm
do you know?
I'm a double Aquarius.
And do you know your ascendant?
What is it?
You're the second sig. Fuck.
Yeah,
we are starting
I just said.
streaming about the zodiac. I say that we don't have to do it.
I just said it. I'm also Aquarius at the.
It's a double Aquarius.
You are Aquarius.
Double.
Aquarius.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
fuck? Super of people we are going to get an amazing streaming today. Okay, and even is super balanced because you are. You say that you are Virgo, Scorpion, and Leo. Okay?
Leo.
So yes, it's complete. It's a mix about because. Anyway, let's restart to after we will continue to talk about our vibration. It's difficult to talk about the zodiac, but try to not talk about the zodiac things. Anyway,
That's true.
you decided to come in here
For a resident visa, because I'm going to stay here for a year, and I don't know what I'm going to do because I arrived 2 days ago, and I'm like knowing the city, and maybe tomorrow I start looking for a shop or somewhere to stay or something to do. So I'm in a blank page of my life right now.
Okay, perfectly. We love it, the blank page, and I
Yes.
think that's like an Aquarius. You love it too, the blank page, no?
Oh yeah, sure, I do.
Because you can start painting, and create your universe with the blank
yeah.
page, no? Because you choose to come in here for vacation. Okay?
No, it's also because my parents live here, because they don't live in Sweden. They live in Sweden, but not in Stockholm. So I'm gonna visit them for Christmas, and but I'm also thinking of moving to Sweden, and I'm
Moving here.
actually
Because you was born in Germany.
yeah. But my parents, they kind of got obsessed with Sweden, so they came here
Obsessed.
like many years ago, and they already have the like what is it called? Like they have the citizenship, or what do you
Yeah,
call it? Yeah,
citizenship.
yeah.
Yes.
So they got it. The citizenship.
Yeah, it's not
So you
so
got it
difficult
too?
if you are not yet, because you have to stay here like for 5 years. But
Yes.
obviously, this
Okay.
could happen because life in Germany now is not.
Yeah, it's not,
you can't call it life anymore. It's more a strange form of existing.
Oh,
But I mean,
that's dark.
if you have a strong sense of humor, it's funny because for people like actually I'm an existentialist, like from the philosophy side.
Okay,
scene.
so you
Yeah.
you are in the half of in the sector of in the file of history and philosophy.
Yeah. I do that a
So
lot.
you would like to be a philosopher, but of course you have to work like in the historic.
I don't know. It's more. I studied philosophy too, but I didn't really know that there is something like philosophy, so I studied history and literature. But you end up in philosophy anyway, so it doesn't matter.
What do you think about the philosophy? Did you get in your life some period of full of philosophy and?
It makes me feel straight. It's like maybe if you
No.
don't- I didn't know a lot
No,
about
I ask you.
philosophy, but
Not too much.
It's like when you start asking questions to yourself, like existential questions, and then I don't have the answers. So I'm Virgo, so it's difficult.
No,
not
why
to
you said
have
that
an
you don't have the
answer.
answer? You
Because-
you are the only one that got the answer.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
But I would say it's not about the answer; it's about the question. Because if you ask these,
Oh, yeah.
if you ask these kinds of questions, you have a different kind of living. This is another approach. So
That's
it's a
true.
different
Can you
perspective.
tell me a philosophical question?
Yeah, why am I here? For example.
And I don't know
to
the
be a
answer.
citizen of Sweden. No.
No, I mean like in
In the world.
Why am I
here?
in the world or whatever you would call it.
I don't
Yeah.
know. What do you think?
Maybe I have a purpose or a message. I don't know.
Oh.
Okay, let's start. I like it. Okay, so which is the purpose that you think that you have to gain?
To ask these questions.
Yeah, you said that the philosophy asks question, no?
Yeah, I think
And the human
I think everybody should ask themselves why they are here, like why they are being alive. Maybe I put it in a little story that I made up like a few weeks ago. If you live if you live like alive on the first perspective, like this is the normal thing, then you have, let's imagine somebody who has a girlfriend and they are happy, but this girlfriend, she's on the second step. so to speak, or second perspective. She has another boyfriend, but the first one doesn't know about it, but they are happy anyway. So she lives a double life. So she's got two perspectives on
Because
it.
she got two boyfriends.
Yeah, sure. But
Okay.
the
So
first
you're
one doesn't
telling
know.
us-
And the
it-
third step is the neighbor whom blackmails her and also wants to have sex with her because he has seen
So
that
we
she
are-
has a double life. So he's at the third
Okay.
step. And now, I am the other neighbor who watches all those people and doesn't make a living out of it, or because I don't want to blackmail anybody. So I'm on the fourth, perspective.
Okay.
So I think it's funny to be there. I mean, you don't get nothing out of it in a materialistic way, but you see a lot of things. You see that life is much more complex than most people think.
So you're saying if I have like 3 boyfriends in life,
It's like
it's going
like
to
for three.
have
Yeah.
lots of
So
purpose.
if you want to live more life, you have to get more partner.
Oh.
Maybe.
Or no, this is what we can. Maybe I'm wrong.
But that's not what I'm saying,
No.
actually.
No, because your story finished.
Yeah, it's a different perspective.
Okay,
Because the first
Okay.
but
boyfriend,
if I want to read this story only by the first level, okay, of
Yeah.
the consciousness,
yeah.
I can say that is the many partner you have, many life you can get. If I don't want to think too much.
But that's
if I
also
want to
a
think, if I want to think at the second level, okay, I have to think that it's not a good idea. I got a good partner, but it is a good idea be a partner of someone that got another partner. This is the second level, okay.
Yeah,
So-
but yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
but the third level, okay, is that there is not a good idea stay with a partner that got only one another relation. The better things is to find a partner that already, for example, she got other 2 relations. So you will be not the first problem. You will be maybe the second problem, and so you will risk less.
That's
in spite
good.
of the
Yeah,
first, no?
yeah.
And this is the third level of consciousness.
So by the way, I'm single. So if there's anybody out there,
Because
Who wants me also to be-
I got the question. I got
I'm
the
happy
answer.
with a girl that sleeps with me from time to time, and everything else is fine.
But
So-
your story,
so call me.
Hola, el murciélago. Hola, el murciélago.
Hola.
Murciélago is our of the best friend that we got. It. I'm sure that maybe we can talk about after about the different level of consciousness with the different partner. But only to finish the things, okay. The fourth level, about your story was the neighbor, that are watching.
No, the
this-
first neighbor is blackmailing the girl, so he's also
No,
involved.
the fourth.
The fourth is only watching everything that happens over there.
Like someone that are only
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah.
And this is the problem.
Is this a problem?
That's who watching can really understand what's happened, okay? Because got the totally situation, crazy
Yeah.
situation, but there is not in the situation.
Exactly,
He's
but
bored.
but
He's
like
like-
the funny thing is that all the other people have problems with each other. Maybe not the first one because his girlfriend just keeps
Because he
him
don't know it.
Yeah, exactly. But
Or
the
he don't want
fourth,
to know it.
he sees everything, but it doesn't really matter, and nobody wants to know actually. So-
What do you think? How can we resolve this situation? Okay, because this is
Really?
yes, really. Because I think that you are someone that's are able to find where to put the different things. Okay, to
think
preserve
that-
the
Maybe all the people in the different situations has to have like more than a partner. Also, the one that's in the fourth situation watching has to have like 3 girlfriends.
Maybe then there's no time to watch anymore.
There's no time to watch anymore, so
So the question, the answer is we create the problem. Please give us the answer.
that's the answer.
Actually, I have an answer.
Oh,
Okay.
please
Because
tell
I
us the
There is not
answer.
another
please.
question.
No, but I really believe that it would be better for like all the first, second, and third one to like have this develop this kind of perspective, and then they would understand that life is more complicated than they make it for themselves, and so they would start realizing that there is no easy solutions, and that there is no like one-dimensional moralistic sense, and that's very much
Well-
that way of thinking you could also use for the situation we are all put in now. Actually, yeah, exactly.
So you say
Or
that
is it?
so have you said that there is not an easy solution?
Yeah.
Do you think really that there is not an easy solution?
No, there's never easy.
Wait. This is your
I think
idea.
that
Okay, we have to
the
share.
easy solution is living in ignorance.
Oh. Okay. It's my turn. Okay, so you say that there is not an easy, doesn't exist an easy solution,
If you don't know the problem, you don't know.
and you say that the easy solution is only the ignorance. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, but I think okay, the solution have to be easy because are we that created the difficult pattern inside our problem? It's like if we are one. Okay,
Okay,
if we are one
okay,
in
maybe-
harmony,
yeah, I get
we
you,
are,
I
we,
get
we
you.
are who create more
Yeah,
problem to because we don't want to accept or resolve the basic problem.
I see what you mean.
To not
Yeah.
accept the basic
Yeah.
problem,
Yeah.
we start to create like a castle
Mhm.
of problem, and at the end we only watch this castle from far away and think about it's too difficult to resolve this one. Maybe the problem
So
is
you're
the
saying like
basement.
if the relationships were open, maybe, and the first boyfriend wasn't like only hidden, but the second boyfriend knew about the first boyfriend, they live like happy. To be a solution.
Repeat it.
It was hard.
No, because I basic problem is communication.
Oh.
So okay.
I think we were actually.
Okay.
What? Should I say something or not?
Of course.
Yeah. So I think I'm saying what I'm saying is not so much different from what you're saying, because I mean that it's important to look at things in a like to see how complicated they are, and then maybe if there is a problem, you maybe find also a solution that is easy in the end. But if you like don't look at the problem like in a more complex way, if you simplify the problem, like the first one doesn't know anything, actually it can be good to maybe it keeps him happy, but it's an interesting question to ask. Should the fourth guy tell the first guy what's going on?
No, it's not his
it's a
problem.
Wait. Find a solution in communication, and we'll find the love. What do you think about that? Maybe the communication could be a problem.
Sometimes if you don't get to, I don't know, if like your communication with the other people is like
Which
hard
is
to understand, like not hard to understand, that maybe you don't like, I don't know. It's difficult.
nobody said that. Maybe you could.
Maybe that's the solution.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe they should all
This is the
meet
way
up.
it's written. Okay, you need. Sorry.
This is a
You know.
perfect solution.
Anyway, no. The means was why the communication maybe could be one of the problem. Okay. Next must be a problem. Not must be a problem. I think that one problem could be really the communication. So because we communicated with the different sound that we create with our mouth, and that in a year, no, we created these different languages, no, and so the communication between the people is made it from the codification of this
Yes.
code. So I got my
Of the
first.
different cultures, like if you maybe get something that the other person is not trying to say, like
Exactly, but even in the same languages.
yes,
Okay, so if the problem could be the communication, it's like that. Okay, I have my idea about how I want to live, okay, and how I want to live with the other person, okay, and when I find a person which I want to live in this moment, okay, I try to communicate it, okay, with this person, with the languages, okay, with the words, okay, but maybe when the messages codified from my brain until my mouth arrive in the hair and then in the head of the other person during these passages, okay, maybe we lost totally the sense of we want to express. Please.
Somehow I'm lost now. But
No, you don't tell to
no,
be
it
lost.
sometimes happens between cultures. It happens maybe with my friends when I'm speaking with WhatsApp. I write something and maybe my friend read it and thinks I'm maybe shouting or I'm angry and
You can shout here if you want. No, please, more shout.
no.
Okay, sorry.
Maybe later.
But the crypto languages, yeah, exactly, codification and decodification. Please, doctor.
Oh, that's say again. Make a question, maybe. It's better.
Was so interesting. Only let it flow, no? No, the things around it. How can we get a better? We start to talk about the your history, okay? How we can resolve your history that you said without spoke.
Without. And maybe it's.
How can the fourth one that saw the whole Shen, okay, resolve the problems without the word?
But in that story, actually, nobody has a real problem as long as the whole thing is stable. But maybe the girl is like afraid that the guy blackmailing her, like maybe she wants to get rid of him and hires somebody to kill him. So maybe there is this problem.
Who want to kill who?
Yeah, because the girl is like the girl with the first boyfriend who is happy. She is blackmailed by the neighbor who sees, like the third one, who sees what she's doing, that she has a double life and another boyfriend who's also perfectly happy because he doesn't know. So she's living the double life, but this double life is threatened by the first neighbor watching them and blackmailing her. So actually she has two regular boyfriends now and she has to sleep with the neighbor because she's blackmailing her for sex. Okay, that's the idea.
Crazy.
Okay.
So this could be the problem, but
But maybe she can tell the truth and talk with her two boyfriends.
That's also a possibility.
And ask if they have a problem of having a relationship with three people.
And that
can be a solution.
But then she has to talk to them. So I don't see how.
That's true. Well, she can kill the neighbor.
She could leave both. And then she wouldn't have to talk. And then the neighbor's also gone. So maybe she could have a relationship with the other guy who just watches from.
This is the story that the people know in Germany.
Maybe that's the solution.
This is what happens in Germany.
I don't know. No.
Are you trying to find something of more happiness here in Sweden?
Yeah, but this could be. Maybe, yeah. But Sweden, actually, I studied in Sweden a little bit for a year, so I speak Swedish too. And what I learned there was that like the group process it's working much better, because in Germany, if you have a group, something in a group, like students, they have to do a question to solve in a group. They don't trust each other, and the teacher doesn't trust the group process, and because from the beginning, as a teacher, you think, oh, they're not going to work hard enough and stuff like that. So it's very often it doesn't work because it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you don't believe in it, it doesn't work. And here people obviously believe in a group process. So maybe there are different opportunities here.
Do you believe in a group process?
Yes. Everything in groups is better.
Yeah.
Now
actually,
we understand the sense of the first story, okay? Only at the end. And so,
together is better.
Okay. So
really together.
About the group.
Yes.
You arrived here in Sweden alone or with some friend?
Alone. I was coming with a friend, but my friend couldn't come.
Okay. For the visa permit.
Yes, she has the visa permit, but she got a job there in Buenos Aires that was really cool, so she had to stay.
Okay. And before to arrive here, have you tried to find some group, some Latinian group as to have some?
Yes, I mean a couple of Latinian groups from WhatsApp, also in Facebook. But my group, I'm like making it here in the hostel.
So you are here in the hostel from 2 days, and have you started to create your kind of group?
I think so. I met Chilean guys that are really nice, and I know I've been speaking with a couple of people from Argentina too. I'm doing my group.
Okay, perfect. And
and you?
I'm a little bit scared about asking you something because I don't know which could be the next story. Okay.
No, don't worry.
And you have said that you speak perfectly Sweden because you live in Sweden.
I speak Swedish. I don't know if it's. I don't think it's perfect, but
No, you have to say that you speak perfectly. Everything that you.
Yes.
When you talk about yourself,
it's
you have to say that
amazing.
exactly.
my Swedish skills are
Can
amazing.
you tell us something in Swedish?
Ja. Vad vill du höra?
Wow, what's
Jag pratar svenska flytande. Kanske.
Ooh la la.
Ja.
Ooh la la.
Men now I start speaking. It's not so complicated actually for somebody who speaks German because both languages are really, really close to each other. Many words are the same.
So it's not too different.
It's not so different. It just sounds different. So it's more. It's more to be able to listen and understand, but the words themselves they are not so much different actually.
No, because when I'm studied a little bit of German, and when I start to read something or talk with someone here in Sweden, of course I didn't understand nothing. But I discovered that there is a lot of words.
If you read it, you see it. Yeah.
Have you studied German in your life?
No, but I
Why
started studying Swedish yesterday, and I know how to say "talar du svenska." I think is do you speak Swedish?
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
Mycket bra, ja. Alla du svenska.
Ja, ich verstanden.
Talar du svenska.
Ja, you see, verstanden. Oder verstehen in German is like verstå.
Verstå, ich verstehe. Is understand.
It's the same.
Okay.
Yeah, understand.
Oh, verstehen. Okay. And you that don't know perfectly how is now the situation in Germany and how is the situation in Sweden. Okay.
The different. There are many people like also in Germany, like maybe not in the like in the States press, but like you've found a lot of writing on that. Who are saying like me that we should deal with the whole situation like Sweden does, and this is good. And I've seen that in October here already. Now there's a little bit more panic here too, but in Germany everything is closed down. The only thing you can do now is like go to the grocery store. It's ridiculous. They even like shut down selling what is this called, like the hot red wine you can drink for Christmas time. They like the bars and stuff, they had it on the outside, and again, like there's a law against everything, against against breathing, against moving, against. There are parts of Germany they even have like I don't know what is in English, that people can't get out all the time. They are like forbidden to go out more than once a day and stuff like that. That's ridiculous because they can't move.
Control it, like.
And people wearing masks on the outside, which even a lot of doctors say it's totally useless because you can't get infected by anything on the outside. So maybe when you kiss somebody.
Since when is Germany like that?
Like it went to that state very, very fast at the end, like with the beginning of November, and now we are in that kind of state. And there are still politicians who say it's gotta be harder. I don't know what they mean. So maybe we should kill ourselves. Maybe that's the final solution.
The final solution. Before to arrive at the final solution, we got a lot of other solutions to test it. Okay. Okay. So let me play with the other solution.
But imagine.
No, I asked to you. No.
Imagine there was one politician who talked about the end lockdown. The end, like it's the final lockdown. Yeah, maybe we don't even reach New Year.
Okay. So, but if the life will continue, okay, again after this New Year, okay.
I don't think so.
No. What do you would like to find here? Which is
find here?
Yes, because you say that you will start to find a job to stay here 1 year and even.
I don't know, maybe learn something different of this culture, find a new way of existing.
Which is sorry, but I have to ask you: if you are searching a new way of existing, which is the past way of existing that you lived and you want to change?
I don't know, the best way of existing is the only way of existing that I know, so it's really different now. Like living in Buenos Aires with my family, with my friends all the time, working, like something so, I don't know.
But if you have to choose in which file, in which community, in which group you want to grow your new future?
That's a really difficult question. I don't know because I'm knowing here like
Okay.
for a couple of days, but
Yes, but I think that's maybe before to know the things, you have to want the things.
yes,
No?
I'm really lost right now.
Yeah,
Like-
it's a good thing to be lost.
But I like being lost.
I like
A
it
little
because
bit.
you cannot.
I'm like here for something to surprise me. Maybe. Like I'm open to anything.
It's correct to be surprised.
Oh yeah, that's the best. I think that's what life is about, and that's the problem with this control stuff we are in. I think like the thought of controlling everything has arisen by this new ways of technologies we have, like computers and all this smartphones and whatever. And it's a lot about control, but this is like killing what you do spontaneously, and so you have to be able to be surprised. So my like concept of living is to find like the right emotional state, and I'm always waiting for something to happen, like, and then it comes. And it comes at the point where you already have forgotten that you were waiting for it. And this is the moment when it's happening.
It's true.
Yeah, and this is how it always goes. Yeah.
So maybe.
So it's not about planning, actually.
No, it's more fun if you don't plan and something comes up and it's like
So maybe the key is arrive at the point when you want to be in a specific situation, then forget it, and when you will be able to really forget it,
Then
the
it
things
comes.
will be appear
Yeah.
like you want it.
Exactly.
I think it's true. I
That's
think
all
it's,
it's true.
if I can say, I think that this thing is fucking true. It's totally fucking true. And how can you explain to someone
what?
these things?
Like these things like
It's so difficult to make a point of the This
like
bitch.
existing. I know.
like existing, like to which is the, for example, the last time that was really surprised about something that was happened to you.
Maybe this morning
What's happened this morning?
I was walking with no way, like walking lost around, and I was with my phone, and then I fell. And it was there in the street. I started laughing, and then a guy passed me and looked at me like, "Are you okay? I'm not going to help you, but are you okay?" And he was like, "What?" And I was surprised about this culture, like maybe Argentina, maybe someone would come and pick me up, and he
And
was
they know.
like, "No."
No, but
And it
they
was
asked
like-
if you was okay.
He didn't ask me. He like looked me in the face like, "Are you okay?" And he saw I was okay, so he did like,
And he left it.
and I was laughing by myself there, like. And I was surprised of this culture.
But this was more surprising than like falling down
Yes,
to you.
yes.
Ah, okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like I learned something about the culture today.
It's like that you discover that here, if you're falling down,
No one's going to pick me up.
because you have to be able to.
Pick up
To raise,
myself.
to raise again,
myself.
no? By
Yes,
yourself.
it was like a good lecture.
So do you think that maybe these things, the sense of these things, that you are here to fall and to learn how to rise by yourself?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I think so. And here's the
The signal on the jeans. Yeah. This is our French man. And you are here to rise yourself? No.
Yeah, I would say so
Yeah.
too. But it's also about my personal history, because my mother was really obsessed with Sweden, so we went here every holiday.
When you say obsessed, no?
Obsessed, really obsessed.
I have different idea about obsessed. Okay.
like he knew about history or the culture.
Like
yeah,
she painted your room with the yellow.
Yeah.
and
yeah,
the color,
somehow,
okay?
yeah. We had all this like.
To train your mind in the
Yeah,
Swedish setup until when you was, like paint your hair of blonde every 2 months to look more Sweden, no?
Yeah, something like that, maybe. we had all this stuff from IKEA and so on.
And she loved it.
Yeah. And then we went on holiday every year to Sweden. And it was like when I was a teenager, it was kind of boring.
Sweden again.
So,
No.
but now, like, and then I decided to go back to Germany actually. Yeah, but because it was more meaningful for studying like German literature to study it in German, because this language
Makes
actually,
sense.
I'm kind of well expressed in German too, so so it would have been a loss to just study in Sweden actually for me. But now I feel that my history like comes back to me, so I can make use of what I learned before, and also like the decision of becoming a teacher for German. I was made in Sweden because I first studied like somehow musicology and stuff like that. And
Musicology?
yeah.
In which sense musicology?
No, it was like first it was classic, and then it was also a little bit popular music. And there was this one guy, John Cage,
Yes.
a very famous like composer who did some crazy stuff like destroying a piano and
Yeah, you know
Things
that
like
I don't like it, John.
yeah. But he said
I know,
every
I know who
noise-
he is, I know what he is.
every noise is music, and this inspired me very much because
It's more a philosophy than an artist.
yeah,
If I-
and that's what
it's
I
two
like.
different
That's
things,
what I
okay?
like. That's what I like so much. But he inspired me to become a teacher because I realized that I'm much better in talking than in playing instruments, even if I do, but not this good. And I'm not this inspired playing instruments, and I never practiced a lot.
Sorry, this is the difference.
Yeah, this is
The difference between think
That's
about.
music.
Huh?
That's music.
That's music.
Ah! Music.
You can think about the music or think about the music, no? But this is I think the not the limit, but maybe this is one is the source, okay, to be active, no?
Mhm.
And but if you only think about it like that, I love philosophy and but I think that is too much the philosophy and the different way to think about the concept don't have to be absolute, okay? Because if there is absolute, you will be seated thinking about this forever.
No, but that's not the way I deal with it.
Okay,
Actually.
okay. So have you start to play some instrument?
No, I do play. I do play
What do
several
you
instruments.
play?
I think what I like most is the electric guitar. Actually,
Okay.
yeah,
Are you able?
Rockstar.
yeah, somehow. But I didn't really work on this, so.
Yeah, bro, you have to improve it.
So-
Are you playing some instrument?
I play the ukulele.
Oh,
that's cool.
And have you bring your ukulele with you?
Yeah.
Yo, no, why? Can you write to someone to bring to you the
Oh,
ukulele?
it's in my laptop. Stuff. I haven't played like in 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
So you have
and no one knows I play the ukulele here. So this is the first time I tell
Okay.
people in the hostel.
They asked to us obsessed with the gods and if was obsessed with even with Valhalla.
With what?
Valhalla.
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 No, I don't think so.
Okay, okay.
But who knows?
No, because we are in a time where Valhalla is so famous that now. Because Assassin's Creed, the craze.
Sorry,
the
who is it?
Valhalla.
I don't know.
Hey, Valhalla. What do you think is Valhalla?
A music guy? No.
No? Okay, so let's start the test. Okay, the sound test. This is the sound test. Okay.
Okay.
You know what is Valhalla?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's.
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay. I know it. Okay.
Uh-huh.
But before we talk it about the communication, okay, the sound, the word, and the things like this, okay. So what do you think that could be the sense of the word Valhalla here? Only by the sound.
By the sound? No, I cannot like Valhalla. It sounds like a cookie.
if you had a cookie like this,
A
maybe
cookie brand, Valhalla.
you would have some Valhalla.
For you, Valhalla is
experience.
it could be like a cookie.
Yes.
Okay, but in which sense, if you are a child, okay, and if you have to image a place like Valhalla, you will image a place full of cookie.
Why not?
Yeah, of course. Valhalla is is not a cookie. Valhalla is a cake.
Oh, really?
No, it is the heaven of the Viking.
Oh,
So it means that the Viking love
but
cookies.
must be sweet.
Yeah, I don't know. Here, yes. Do you think that it is true?
Yeah, I know. But maybe there are cookies who bring you there. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe why not
No,
to give the name of the cookie Valhalla, no?
Baleles.
It's like that if you are going to eat this cookie, no? The cookie will bring you directly until Valhalla. Because you will, to be a real Viking, you have to eat the cookie Valhalla, no?
Balale.
Without poison
No.
inside.
Or a little bit.
No, psychedelics.
Oh!
Yeah.
And have you ever tried to take the psychedelics cookie?
If I would try,
Yes.
maybe. I don't know. I have to feel them out.
What do you think about the psychedelics cookie?
I don't know if there's cookies, but I talked to
You can cook it, not
Yeah,
No,
cookies.
I talked to people who had LSD experiences, and yeah, I mean, it could be that you imagine Valhalla and then you are there. So obviously,
Yeah.
this is the way it works.
It's like the ticket to Valhalla, no? It's a magic cookie.
Maybe that. And who knows what they were eating in, like in the woods or whatever.
If a day you will find a man with a long beard sell to you some cookie, maybe this cookie will bring you directly to Valhalla. And
Would you like to go to Balala?
actually no.
Okay.
We have to wait the end of the year.
After
Okay.
Christmas. Okay.
After Christmas. Viking have to do him better or with the honored death and then can go to Viking heaven.
Ah, okay.
So it's only for the.
You have to fight to
You
go
have to
to
fight.
Balala. So
Okay.
if I took a cookie and fight,
Okay. Do you think that you're going to fight in this year in Sweden?
maybe.
Have you? Well, I have to ask you. When is the last time that have you fight with someone?
Like
think that it's-
physical fight? I think never. No, maybe with my brother when I was little.
Ah, okay, but only with your brother because
Yes.
but you say physical fight.
Yes,
But
but
which other type
verbal
of fight?
fights.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm not like a fighting person,
Okay.
but when I get angry, I have verbal fights.
Your last fight?
I would say it's like fighting with words, but I can come back to the story from the beginning because
Ooh.
I think
Okay.
what I experienced in the last weeks or months was a lot of stuff going on. Like you go over there and tell maybe you tell the first boyfriend what's going on, and then he starts fighting because he's denying it to himself. So it's not a good idea, maybe. Or you go over to the other neighbor and say, "What are you doing? Why are you blackmailing this girl?" And he also is fighting. So with you then, because they both know that somehow there is something wrong or something like that. They can maybe feel it, but they won't like. It's difficult to change the perspective. So, and also for if I would be the one like watching, also for me, it's difficult to understand that like not everyone wants to have this kind of perspective, maybe because you never can say which one is like the right one. It's not so easy to say that because every position it gives you like possibilities and takes possibility. So you're always limited, and that's the problem. And this why people are fighting with each other, because they it's so hard. So in the end, it's a fight you have with yourself. So I would say that I was fighting mostly with myself, because about like what perspective to choose in the end that brings me further, that is good for me. Yeah, well, feeling at ease in the end. Yeah.
So you're saying that you fight with yourself,
Yeah,
Okay.
a lot.
making decisions maybe.
I know that.
Yeah, something like
I
that.
got a friend that like a lot of time to fight. He write exactly now. Hi guys. Hi Wirma.
Do you want to fight?
Do you want to fight? Do you want to fight, bro?
here.
Come on, no,
Ah.
purple head, no. He's a really good fighter. And anyway, for me the same. No, I don't. It don't happen frequently that because maybe if you find if you have to fight, there is like that you haven't found another way to resolve the problem. It's like
That's true.
ignorant. It's like maybe you fight when you want to ignore the problem.
Yes.
Maybe yes, maybe no.
Yeah, sure.
But sometimes it happens like you're angry,
Yes.
and it's the only thing that you can do.
And you have
Right?
to
It's
destroy
like the
something, no?
first reaction doesn't mean like it.
Yeah, and sometimes it's like,
The first reaction you have like,
I mean,
ah,
yeah.
but then maybe you.
I mean, we could talk like a whole evening about the question if it's moralistic to tell the first guy that his girlfriend lives a double life. So what's wrong or what's right? Because for him, you could say for him it's perfect because he's happy.
But yes, but I want to know how can you resolve this problem without the word, no?
With that word.
Yeah.
Ignoring it.
No, no.
Yeah, now I have an idea actually.
Okay, so the thing is that
Actually, what I would do as like let's imagine I'm the one watching all this. I could call like a call girl and send it to the first boyfriend, and
But
so
then
he
you're
has
talking-
another experience that kind of solves the problem for him, maybe.
But then you're talking because you're calling someone.
Oh, okay,
Like,
you're
no,
right.
listen,
But I'm not talking
the
to
thing
him.
is
Hey.
that
I'm not talking to him then.
I think that's the most beautiful moment, no, in your life was a moment without word. Okay.
This is I'm not sure, but I don't know.
The more deep, for example, because we got our body, okay, our body got a lot of different sense, okay, and we receive electric stimulate messages, no, from our sense, okay, and then here we are able to give, okay, emotion and to receive emotion, no, and emotion is something that is really difficult to explain with the word, no,
That's true.
and we use the mind to transform what we think in something that could be transformed even in a languages to express what we feel, no? But maybe the languages is only a way that we utilize to get more emotion. And so my question was, exists some episode in your life when your emotion was more stronger than your word?
Yeah. Always. Like, there's sometimes maybe you love someone, it's like I cannot only express it with words. Like, I love you. You're like clothing.
Okay, but these things usually in our society, I think we are going to do it only with the people that we know very, very well, no? For example, with our partner, or with our friend, or with our parents. Okay, it's not the usual, not that you express your emotion with the people that you don't know it from long time.
That's true.
No, what do you? I
No,
saw your eyes totally.
You're loved.
You're
No,
lost.
I'm not lost. I'm just thinking. But I think I use actually the language.
Sorry.
That's no problem. I use the language also for expressing, like for stimulating, I would say, emotions. Because for me, talking is not only about what I'm saying, like what's the meaning of the words. It's like how you say this situation. I mean, this is emotional, interesting, whatever. So it's about the whole thing, the whole situation of communication. So there's another side of talking also. But like I do a lot of running, and this, if somebody would ask me, you have to give up everything, but you can keep one thing, then I would keep that and not talking actually, because then after like 50 minutes, it's like a drug actually. The
like
emotions explode.
The
and
emotion is like a drug, okay?
Yeah.
The drugs, in a kind of sense, do this.
Yeah,
full
exactly.
the host of emotion.
Yeah.
Of chemical emotion, but anyway, is emotion.
Yeah, sure.
And so, why we have to use the word when we can simply use the drug?
No, this is too easy. This is too easy. You have
But
to.
we have said that the life has to be easy. We don't have to find the
That's what you said.
solution,
That's
okay?
what you said. But
Okay,
the
now-
surprise is much bigger if you run for 50 minutes
Okay.
and then it comes to you because you have done something and you have waited for it. I don't know. It's like it's more authentic, I believe, than just pushing a button. It's like ordering
Yes,
pizza.
of course. It's more authentic.
Yeah.
It's working well, no?
Yeah.
But
And also doesn't kill you.
oh,
Like drugs.
Drugs. In the
Also-
end, you
also-
get
also-
addicted and stuff.
even
yeah.
the emotion,
It's healthy. It's different.
And
But actually, you can get addicted to sports too because of.
That's true.
So, I think
But it's really
yeah.
different because you're
Yeah.
conscious about the sport and your
Mm.
addiction. Maybe if you're addicted to drugs, you're not conscious about it. Like you can lose consciousness and you're out of yourself.
what do you mean with the word conscious?
Like you're here in this
And
World.
Okay.
I'm not like floating around.
But when I'm floating around, I'm conscious that I'm floating. I try to be more conscious when I'm floating. I wouldn't. No. Okay.
But you're not conscious that you're in this like I don't know which drugs to
No, I stopped it. No, I'm a clean one.
Okay.
I'm in
Nice.
Sweden.
Everybody's clean.
Everybody's clean.
Okay, but when you're talking like hallucinógeno,
I talk
LSD
about
and stuff,
gnocchi.
you're going to the other way.
No, gnocchi.
Gnocchi.
What's
Ah,
gnocchi?
okay.
Gnocchi is typical.
Yeah, pasta.
No, gnocchi. You know, here in Sweden, the last Saturday of the month, we eat gnocchi. And then
but
they
gnocchi-
put the money on the back of our
yes, in
dishes.
Buenos Aires, in Argentina.
Yeah, in Sweden
they
too.
do the same.
Yeah. No,
The
it's not
29.
Oh yeah, no, that they do in Argentina.
No.
We talk about the traditional Argentina. Okay, and so, but then we have talked only about the emotion about that's coming from out our body or that we receive, no? And what do you think about the capacity to understand well or not the emotion of the other?
And I mean, you could look at them
No, without look at.
without looking.
Yeah, you can look at, but in reality, I don't think that is a question about look at. When you look some things, okay, that do you think that is arriving a kind of emotion? I
Mhm.
think that's before arriving the emotion, and then when you look it in this direction, you find your confirmation. No? You're confirmed.
You could say there's somehow some form of
It's like a magnetic field.
yes. You could without like when you come into a room and there are people, you get a feeling for
Yes,
the
exactly.
situation.
Okay.
And there,
How can you discover this kind of feeling? I know that you are able to do it.
I discovered what the feeling of
Yes. How do you do to discover, to understand the feeling of the people? Which kind of people do you get?
when someone walks into a room, maybe, or
In general,
I don't know, you can feel the vibe of the people
but
sometimes.
is extremely. It's not so specific the word feel the vibe. Okay. How is your idea about feel the vibe of the other?
Maybe you can like read on like your body, maybe like the energy of the moment is happy or sad, or the way it's faced, and maybe that's like there's no words, but you can like feel what's like just meeting the person exposed, just being there.
Okay.
yeah, I would say, and that maybe we are all like musical instruments, you could say.
Oh,
And then- and like- and so-
okay,
That's
now,
wonderful.
and this is a super fucking bullshit of philosophy. No, it's true.
No, it's true.
And this is
So-
why John Cage have a reason.
No, that has nothing to do with John Cage.
No. Sorry, no, it's true. It's
Because I think his way of thinking music was way too
true.
abstract.
No, it's absolutely.
But yeah, but with emotions, like I very often feel that others are playing on my emotions. For example, like now in Germany, I was really crying a lot by myself, which I don't do usually, because I feel how hard people have become under these weeks, and they don't even realize it because I have like traveled here, for example, so I see the difference. But they don't know anything about the difference anymore, and it's getting so hard, and people are so brutal to each other,
Yes.
and this has an effect on my emotions actually. So I would say that
For example, this is an example of one guy
expressing.
Nico, yeah, he's expressing a lot of even without the words. See.
Yeah, it's pure energy.
And so please continue.
Yeah, and so I think that we like when we are together, we're expressing our emotions are also expressed through the other people. So in that way, we are connected. Like
repeat it.
Our emotions are expressed through the other people.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like the resonance effect.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what it is.
So there is not important what are you saying. It's all important how you, if you are an instrument, it's all important that you continue to play your music, no?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And when the other person, like you say, for example, now in Germany or in Italy, and the other part of this lock restriction, start to be more closed, more angry. It's like that if they are an instrument, then they have stopped to play the music. No,
maybe they're playing like death metal now. I mean, I like that also, but
this
not all the time.
This is happening anywhere. I agree. Yeah. So Moselago, you have to find a way to play your music better in the way to create a resonance effect on the other person. But how we can create this resonance effect? If now we are everybody a lot of have to be distant, have to be far away from everyone.
Yeah, I could imagine that, like in this situation, because this year to me also has been very good because it was kind of, I was stuck I traveled like the world almost, not South America. That's actually missing. I will.
South America is the world.
Is the world.
Yeah,
the world.
but like everything else.
The other things is only Iceland around the South America world.
I've also been to Iceland, but
no, there is the center of the world. But
I felt kind of stuck, and now maybe that the music has been turned down makes you be able to listen to your inner music again anyway.
Okay, it's true.
Super fun.
Yeah, please talk about if you do the lockdown in Argentina.
Yes, we had like 200 days of lockdown, but until day 45 I did it. Like I did what I wanted.
Okay, so how many days of lock inside yourself have you done?
45.
45.
Only 45.
And this 45 days, okay? Have you started to listen again your original sound?
Yes, I think like I started like knowing myself a little bit more and starting like to, I don't know, being alone. I'm always like cool with people around. So now that in this 45 day, I like start like knowing myself. And now it's like nice for me maybe to walk for hours with no direction, only listening to music. Well, maybe a year ago, I was like crying if no one like wanted to do a plan with me.
Yeah.
So it was like growth.
Okay, no, I think that's the same things was happened to a lot of people. Anyway, is better string instrument or trumpet, triangle or drums, or it doesn't matter? I think that it doesn't matter, okay? Anyway, the trumpet is a lovely instrument, okay? And depends which instrument do you feel it. Because we choose the instrument that got a better resonance with our...
if you have to be an instrument, which instrument would you be?
Actually, I'm studying and playing synth, electro music and program like this because I feel myself as a programmer. Actually.
Okay.
And you play the ukulele.
Ukulele.
And you want to play like John Cage
No.
in the silent concert.
Destroy all the instruments.
with the resonance of the other
or the
people.
silent, yeah. But this is a good idea actually. This is more like listening. I don't know. It's difficult to choose an instrument actually. Maybe I would choose a synthesizer then because you can do a lot of stuff on it.
Yeah.
Actually, it's very creative. Yeah.
Even because you can push one button and start the synthesizer to do it. And that's it. So synthesizer, ukulele, and program. So I think that we have pretty finished our hour. I'm really happy that we have discovered better these things around that we are an instrument. That the things is only that we have to be able to create a good music. How can we call it? A good.
Good vibes.
Good
Yeah.
vibes,
vibes.
okay. Good vibes. Maybe we have to think about our body as an instrument. Okay, maybe this could be because we got a lot of fun. We got a lot of questions, but some answer we have to, or some method we have to find it. No. So if we start to think about ourselves as an instrument, okay, if we remember that we have to be able to sound with the body of the other. No, how have you said before?
And maybe through the others.
True.
Yeah.
Through
To express
the-
ourselves, we have to learn to express ourselves through the others. Yeah, I would say in a
Because
nice
through the
way.
other, because through the others we got
Yeah.
the response.
Yeah.
We got the
exactly.
feedback to the other.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because if not,
Yeah.
everybody can. Oh, of course, the other is fucking important. It's like if the other is the speaker of your music.
And this has nothing to do with following rules. There's the John Cage part. It has a lot to do with which emotions you want to create in the end. That's the point.
Good vibes to you. May the vibes are with you. Yeah.
Theremin is a good idea, actually.
Okay. So, people, was a pleasure to see to you today again with this pretty and so deep in philosophy, full of
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, actually.
Walala wave biscuit. Okay.
Finally, we are all surprised. Yeah.
Okay. So, see you tomorrow with another episode of Backpack Refugee. Bacioni dalla Svezia e ci vedremo presto. È stato buono. Welcome. Final time. Ta-ta-ra-ta.
Ta.